Let's touch Doc Gooden's greatness. His first 3 years in the leagues, this is stats, 58-19, 2.28 ERA, 35 complete games, 13 complete game shutouts, 744 strikeouts. In Gooden's second year, he had one of the best seasons ever, 24-4. That's like my game stats. 24
and what, on 2K?
No, MLB.
Oh,
MLB.
oh, okay.
I'm like 24-1 in my season. 24-4, 1.53 ERA, and the Cy Young Award.
Yes.
Talk about how great Doc Gooden was.
This is the greatest I've ever seen. Greatest pitcher I've ever seen at such a young age. And why I say that, because when he was 19 years old when he came up, he had command.
He came from Florida?
Came from Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
Country boy.
Yeah, Gary Sheffield's his nephew.
Yep.
They come from that baseball of playing. But Doc was amazing. I used to play behind him. I was like, Doc, you're a trip. You don't let nobody get no action out of it.
That shit boring when you pitch.
And he'd be like, whoa.
He's sitting everybody down.
Sitting everybody down. Nobody getting, they getting hits, but they like bloopers, this and that, and nobody really crushing the ball off of it.
Yeah.
So, he was 19 when he came up, and, he had so much poise for being 19 years old at the major league level and great command of getting his breaking ball and throwing it where he needed to throw it and getting his he could spot his fastball anywhere. Mm-hmm. And when I saw him blowing people away like Mike Smith, Andre Dawson, Pete Rose, I was like, wow, and I just remember that 85 year you talk about, that was his Cy Young year. Now, this was the greatest year I ever seen any pitcher, and I don't think any pitcher has been as great as he was in that year at 20 years old.
24-4?
24-4 with 1.5 or 2 ERA.
Yeah.
I mean, man, night after night, when he went out there, we packed the stadium, okay? He packed the stadium.
Doc and Straw.
But he was the pack of the night he was pitching.
Yeah.
The parking lot is full. Before you better get to the ballpark
like pregame
at 3
and everything.
3 o'clock, because 4 o'clock, that pregame parking lot is full. They gonna pack the stadium. I got a guy up in left field corner with a K corner, and Doc's pitching. Doc's gonna get 12, 13, 14 Ks, on a major league level at 20 years old, eating hitters up. I mean, I remember how guys used to be, when you see the opposing team, they take their BPs and some guys in the lineup, and then afterwards they scratch. They're out of the lineup. Well, something happened to my neck.
When Doc started pitching?
Doc. I'm not going to take these 3 punch outs tonight.
I ain't fucking up my average tonight.
No, because he's going to embarrass you. And I tell you, man, that was the greatest season, man, to watch a pitcher pitch like that. Incredible.
That's dope.
How was it to have a lot of success in stardom with him on cover of magazines together?
Yeah. I mean, it was really cool because we were young, we were black.
And this is New York, too.
It was New York.
Biggest media market in the world.
But the fans loved us because we brought great joy to a team that was never nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think, 7 straight losing seasons before you got there?
When I got there in '83, and they were always a last place team, and we turned that around from '84, we finished second, '85, we finished second, '86, we finished first. When I was 24 years old, we were playing in the World Series, at 24. You think it's gonna happen, it just happen overnight every time, but it's not. And a lot of times guys think they're just going to get there all the time, and in every sport, but it's not that easy.
Take it for granted.
Yeah, it's hard to do, and we got there, and we should have had a couple more times of being there, but we were living in New York, and we were just having fun. It was a wild, crazy team, just have fun. You didn't want to mess with the Mets back in those days. We were straight.
On and off the field?
On and off the field.
But New York was crazy. You had Mike Tyson, Lawrence Taylor. All y'all was in the streets around that time. I know it was going down. I wish I could take a time machine and spend a day with them in New York. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going down.
I want a night.
Yeah, I need a night, man.
It was, you think about it, it was LT, Tyson, the Mets, the Yankees wasn't even talked about in the 80s.
Yeah.
We controlled the city in the 80s, those years. So my 8 years there, after my rookie year, we controlled the city and we took over the city. And it was about the Mets and about the Mets winning. It was about the Giants, like you said, LT.
Yeah.
And it was about Mike Tyson came along. Mike Tyson showed up to Shea Stadium '86. He goes, I want to meet Doc Gooden and Darryl Strawberry. So he came and we met him. He wasn't even the heavyweight champion at that time.
Really? He was still young.
Yeah, he was still young, and he was talking about being the heavyweight champion. That's like when you see that picture of him getting ready to punch Doc. That
Yeah.
was 86 that he came to see us.
Wow.
And he
right here.
Yeah.
that picture right there.
Look how young he look, man.
Young Mike.
He about 19.
I was like, Doc, go ahead.
Well, he was
Doc, go ahead and throw
champ at
your
19.
punch
He might be
now.
younger.
You said you were gonna knock him out, Doc. I was telling Doc to throw his punch.
Doc
at him.
had the baby wet, dry curl.
Doc had a
It was
curl
on the
too.
way.
Yeah.
It was on
Greasy.
the way.
He said his shit was greasy.
You should have saw when he was pitching and how he was sweating and the curls and the grease just come off of it, man.
Low-key, y'all probably was Mike's idols, like during this time. Like you said, 2 black baseball players at the time. Y'all was the North Stars.
Young, and that's what
Young.
Mike came to see. He was like, man, I got to go see these guys.
You got any off the field stories you could tell with Mike or LT?
Not really. I mean, LT was, I didn't see Mike a lot in the city, but we saw LT at every party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what LT said. He had it no other way.
He'll say he didn't want it no other way.
He was with everybody, you know. But LT was the man of New York City. And everywhere he went, it was just like LT, because he had a big LT lightning rod earring. And when you saw LT, everybody just there's Lawrence Taylor, one of a kind, and he was one of a kind. He was very special, but at the same time, he wasn't over the top. He was really cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Down to earth. Like we all play together in the same city, and it's like we one big family because we're all here in New York City playing.
Absolutely.
When I say this name, Keith Hernandez, what comes to mind?
I love Keith. Yeah, I had my battles with him, of course, because he had said something to the press about my contract negotiation and spring training, and I just kind of went after him. I was like a hood rat. It's like, why are you talking about somebody else?
Yeah, mind your business.
Yeah, So, but I loved him because he taught me so much how to play the game. He taught me how to hit left-hand pitching, and showed me what to do. And I went on and I hit 20 home runs off of left-hand pitching.
Was he a leader?
Right, he was a great leader.
Yeah,
he was very intense. His leadership skills were phenomenal because we were all young. And he had already been in the big leagues. He played in St. Louis. He had already won a championship, won an MVP. And so with him coming over to the Mets, he really helped us because we were like young players, and he helped the young pitching staff. He helped us elevate our game to the next level. I know he helped me elevate my game to the next level because when he taught me how to hit left-hand pitching, it's like if the guy is not throwing hard enough, get up in the box so you can catch it before it breaks. If a guy throwing hard, get deep in the box so you can let the ball get deeper, and then you can hit the ball the other way. And that meant so much to me. That's the game right there.
I never heard that. I never heard nothing like that. Yeah, that's the first time hearing something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was.
Nah, they don't show that on the game.
So now you can take that advice, though.
Yeah,
it was great advice, man. And if you listen to some guys like that, then you become more productive at doing what you're doing. You already have the skills to do what you do, but you listen to a guy like that understands, knows how to do it. He's been there and done it, man. Yeah. And man, I was like, man, wow.
All sports miss that. I'm trying to stress that to our fans. This 86 World Series team was loaded. Gary Carter, Keith Hernandez, both top 5 in MVP voting. Lenny Dykstra, Mookie Wilson, Kevin Mitchell. Pitching staff was tough. Doc, Ron Darling, Bob Ojeda, Sid Fernandez, all top 10 in Cy Young voting. A loaded team.
I just like saying his name.
Who?
Ron Darling.
He was the darling because he went to Yale University. So he was like always smarter than everybody else, because he's a Yale grad. And so he's like,
talk to me about that team.
That was an incredible team, incredible group of guys who loved and cared for each other.
That's why y'all won.
That's why we won. That's what was so special about it, because we had lost the year before against the Cardinals in '85, and we had won 98 games that year. And our last game in St. Louis, I remember '85, our locker room was quiet after the season was over. And we just felt like we're coming back with the same group of guys, but we felt like nobody's going to ever put their foot on our neck again. We're never going to let that happen again. And we came into '86 that year, and our first day in spring training, Davey Johnson goes, we're going to win it all. And we just kind of looked around and thought to ourselves, yeah, we're going to win it all. And we got off to a slow start, and then the media was like, yeah, right, they're going to win it all. And we just took off. And when we took off, we didn't look back. And the thing about us, is you didn't want to mess with us because we were going to put these on you here. It was real. It was real with this team here. I'm talking the 86 Mets, not all the other teams.
Yeah.
You know, because we had guys like Kevin Mitchell.
I was about to say,
from
what
San
was
Diego.
Kevin Mitchell like?
Oh,
What was
there you
Kevin
go.
Mitchell like? He used to have a go-to when he played for the Giants. That shit was cold. Remember he had the one-handed
Yeah.
catch? Bare hand.
But Mitch was something else, man, because every time we got in the fight, we always had to look for Mitch, because he would always have somebody in the chokehold. and he's straight trying to kill him, because he had one guy in Pittsburgh, Sammy Khalid. He's like, Mitch, let him go. Mitch like, no, I'm gonna kill this. He had him locked up, and it's like, you gotta let him go, Mitch, you know. But he was a part of it, you know, he was a part of everything that we did, you know, as far as the team and the players. We all had each other back, because, you know, if we went out in a group. Because we knew that people were gonna be trying to, you know, pick at us. So, you know, players went out in a group, and then when they got into trouble, you know, they got in the group fight. Like in Houston, they got in the group fight in the bar, and they got arrested. And the secretary called me, and he goes, Straw, he goes, good thing you in bed. He was like, what happened? He was like, your boys got arrested. I was like, damn, I missed it. I was thinking to myself like that. I said, what happened? He said they got into a fight in the bar. And I was like, wow, man, I hope they didn't get hurt, because those are your boys, you know.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna be there for you, you know, through it all. Because, you know, when I used to charge them out and I couldn't get to them,
You knew someone else.
they got to them.
Yeah.
You know.
By the way, did they
you know what I'm saying?
did they get to play the next day?
The guys, yeah, we got to play the next day.
No, I'm talking about the guys that got arrested, got out, and still played the next day?
Yeah, we still played. They still played the next
Okay.
day, and we were in Houston, and the fans were like, you know, they had like signs up with them, the Mets being arrested behind bars and stuff like that. And
He had one of those. Utah.
yeah, the same thing with what they had, like you know, the fight they had.
Had me in the cardboard cutout
Yeah.
with my face in one, but it wasn't just it was the life, the jail uniforms from Life.
Yeah.
It had my face, all that shit was a classic.